என்னம்மா?
வெங்கடேஷ், என்ன செந்தில் இன்னும் உள்ள வர முடியலையா?
எஸ் சார். சாருக்கு என்ன இஷ்யூனா, இப்போ சாரை வந்து ஹோஸ்ட் ரிமூவ்டுன்னு சொல்லி சாருக்கு எரர் வருது. ஸோ ஹோஸ்ட் ரிமூவ்டுன்னு வர்றதுனால அவரால் என்ன செய்ய முடியலன்னா, மல்டிபிள் டைம் ட்ரை பண்ணியும் உள்ளே வர முடியல. இப்போ சாரை வந்து வேறு இன்னொரு இமெயில் ஐடி யூஸ் பண்ணி வர சொல்லியிருக்கேன். ஸோ அந்த இமெயில் ஐடினா இப்போ அந்த எரர் திரும்ப காட்டாது, நம்ம அலோவ் பண்ணிடலாம் சார்.
ஏன்னா ஒரு அவர் அந்த ஃபோனில் அது இதை மியூட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு பதிலாக வெளியே போயிட்டாரோ? ஓகே,
இருக்கலாம்.
மேபி
இல்லை, ப்ரோக்ராம் ரீஷெடியூல் எதுவும் பண்ணலாமா சார்? செந்தில்குமாரை பின்னாடி இது பண்ணிட்டு கிரிட்டீரியன் ஒன்றுங்கிறனால கஷ்டமா சார்?
கஷ்டம் சார். அவர் தான் டோட்டலாக கனெக்டடாகவே இல்லை, அது வெளியே போயிடுச்சு. அந்த லிமிட் அவங்க 100 போட இருக்க அவங்க மீதி இதில் வச்சுருக்காங்க.
வெங்கடேஷ் சார், வெங்கடேஷ் சார்,
வசந்தி மேடம், இதில் இப்போ 100 மேக்ஸிமம் இருக்கனால அவர் உள்ளே வர முடியாது. எப்படியும் இதுலேருந்து யாராவது ஒரு ஆள் எடுத்து விட்டுங்க. இதில் ஒரு ஆள் எடுத்து விட்டுட்டு
சார் இங்க 89 தான் இருக்கு.
இல்ல மேடம், டோட்டலா 100 இருக்கு மேடம்.
வெயிட்டிங் 11 இருக்கு. இப்போ செந்தில் சார் ஜாயின் பண்ண உடனே மத்தவங்களை இது பண்ண சொல்லுவோம்.
அந்த பொண்ணை எடுத்து விடுங்க. அந்த 99 காமிச்சு திருப்பி 100 ஆகுது. அப்படி கொஞ்சம் நிறுத்துங்க. இப்போ செந்தில் அலோவ் பண்ணுங்க. இப்போ வெங்கடேஷ், இப்போ செந்தில் அலோவ் பண்ண முடியுதான்னு பாருங்க.
அவர் உள்ள இன்னும் வரல சார்.
வெங்கடேஷ் மியூட் பண்ணிருக்காப்ல.
வெங்கடேஷ் பேசிட்டு இருக்காருன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
சார் ஒரு 2 மினிட்ஸ் சார் உள்ள வந்துருவாங்க இப்போ.
பாருங்க, அப்படி இல்லைன்னா நம்ம ஆரம்பிச்சிட வேண்டியதான்.
எஸ் சார் ஒரு 2 மினிட்ஸ் சார். அவர் ஜிமெயில் வழியா வர்றாரு உள்ள, இப்போ வந்துருவாரு.
மக்கள் சும்மா இடத்து பிடிச்சி போட்டுருக்காங்களா, வீடியோ தெரியுதா?
வெங்கடேஷ்.
எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார்.
லிங்க் அனுப்ப சொல்லியிருக்கிற மாதிரி தெரியுது.
செந்தில் சாருக்கு அனுப்பிச்சிட்டேன் சார். நான் இப்போ அனுப்பிச்சிட்டேன், மெயில் அனுப்பிச்சிட்டேன் சார்.
ஓகே.
சார் குட் மார்னிங் சார்.
மார்னிங் ஜெயக்குமார்
சார். அதான் செந்தில் ஐக்கியூசி வர சொன்னேன். ஐக்கியூசி வாங்கினேன், இங்கே வச்சு பண்ணிடுவோம் அப்படின்னேன். அவர் வரல, நான் வீட்டில் இருந்து பண்ணிடுறேன்ட்டாரு.
நீ செந்திலுக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஸ்பெஷல் ட்ரைனிங் கொடுக்கணும்பா.
இங்கே எம்சிஏ லேப்ல தான் நம்ம வெப்கேம் எல்லாம் மாட்டி இருக்குது சார். எம்சிஏ லேப்ல இருந்து இங்க இருந்து பண்ணிடுவோம், நீங்க இன்னைக்கு ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணணும், இங்க வாங்க அப்படின்னு. அவரு கொஞ்சம் பயப்படுறாரு, கொரோனாவுக்காக ரொம்ப பயப்படுறாரு.
பயப்படட்டும், ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை, வந்துடட்டும்.
ப்ரொஃபசர் ஜெகநாதன், ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாமா சார்?
ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம் சார். வெங்கடேஷ் என்ன பொசிஷன்ல இருக்கு? ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாமா?
எஸ் ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம் சார். இன்னும் அந்த எரர் திரும்ப வருதுன்றாங்க. நான் சார்ட்ட பேசுறேன் சார், அது சரி பண்ணுறேன்.
ரைட், ஆரம்பிச்சிடும்.
டாக்டர் பூங்குடி மேம். Let us start, ma'am.
Hello sir, good morning to all. A very good morning to all the participants. The prime task of IQAC is to develop a system for conscious, consistent and catalytic improvement in the overall performance of the institution. The IQAC has to ensure that whatever is done in the institution for education is done efficiently and effectively with high standards. In order to do this, the IQAC will have to first establish procedures and modalities to collect data and information on various aspects of institutional functioning. Hence, devotion and commitment to improvement rather than mere institutional control is the basis for devising procedures and instruments for assuring quality. The right balance between the health and growth of an institution needs to be improved. To enhance our quality and to remove any deficiencies, this faculty development program is organized. Hearty welcome to this 1 week online faculty development program and revised accreditation framework on NAAC. This program is organized in association with Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Ayanada Janaki Ammal College, Sivagasi. On behalf of our management, our principal, both teaching and non-teaching faculties, I wholeheartedly welcome the principal of Ayanada Janaki Ammal College, Dr. Ashok, Dr. Nagarajan, the principal of our college, Professor Jagannathan, IQAC coordinator of Anjak, Dr. Lawrence, Dr. Sendil Kumar, Dr. Sundaresan, the resource persons from Anjak for this program. Also, my hearty welcome to the backbone of Anjak, Dr. Jabakumari Beulah Vasanti and Mr. Venkatesh. I extend my hearty wishes and respects to Dr. Tony Melvin, SF Director, all heads of departments, my dear teaching and non-teaching faculties in both aided and unaided streams who are eagerly waiting for this program. Once again, I welcome one and all. Now, I invite our principal to give his felicitation. Sir, please.
Okay. Good morning. Most respected principal, Dr. Ashok, Ayanada Janaki Ammal College, Sivagasi, Dr. Jagannathan, IQAC coordinator, Anjak, IQAC team members, and all the resource persons from Anjak, Dr. Tony Melvin, Director of Self-Financed Courses, Kamaraj College, Dr. Pungodi, IQAC Coordinator, Kamaraj College, Mrs. Sindhuja, Assistant IQAC Coordinator, teaching and non-teaching faculties from both colleges, participants from other colleges, and my dear students, good morning to everyone. Ayanada Janaki Ammal College attained the conferment of autonomous status in the year 1987 and re-accredited during the third cycle with A grade by NAAC. They received College of Excellence by UGC in the year 2004, Star College status by the Department of Biotechnology in the year 1999, and recently ranked 58th in NIRF 2020. They have also appeared fourth cycle in January 2020 and now expecting A++ grade. We, the staff members of Kamaraj College, are very proud of your achievements, sir. It gives us immense pleasure of Dr. Ashok, Principal of Ayanada Janaki Ammal College, IQAC team members, and various resource persons from Anjak with us today for this online faculty development program on Revised Accreditation Framework of NAAC. On behalf of all the stakeholders of Kamaraj College, I warmly welcome the Principal Dr. Ashok and other colleagues of Ayanada Janaki Ammal College. After the second cycle of NAAC assessment in the year 2015, we the Kamaraj College are in the B grade. Now we have to enter the third assessment. Already, our college has been assessed 2 times by the NAAC. So everybody knows about the 7 criteria. Then why we are conducting this program? What is the necessity for this program? You may ask. The answer is to understand the various aspects of the revised accreditation framework of NAAC. In the new framework, 70% of marks is given as per quantitative metrics. In this new policy, maintaining and attaining A grade is not an easy task. The revised process is being adopted from July 2017. The main focus is to improve the methodology of assessment and make them very tough, very objective, transparent, and scalable, as well as make the assessment more ICT enabled. It also has reduced the duration of assessment process. Each staff member should understand some of the important aspect of the assessment. You should know what is quantitative evaluation process, what is data validation and verification, student satisfaction survey. Also know what is survey on higher education and its role in assessment. Moreover, some changes have been made in the weightages for the affiliated colleges in the revised framework. As per the revised framework, weightages will not be given for three aspects. Aspect 1, curriculum design and development. Aspect 2, promotion of research and facilities. And aspect 3, consultancy. These three aspects will not be included for assessment. That these three aspects do not apply to affiliated colleges. Moreover, we must be very careful before uploading our data. Institutions submitting fraudulent data will be debarred from the accreditation process, and also legal action will be taken. Since we have to enter a third cycle, this program is very important for all the stakeholders of our college. We can gain new information and a clear perception regarding the 7 criteria under the revised accreditation framework of NAAC. At this juncture, I thank Dr. Ashok, Principal of Ayanadar Janaki Ammal College, for permitting his NAAC team to organize this 70 days online faculty development program. This program would have been impossible without his support. I also thank Professor Jagannathan, IQAC coordinator, and his team members, and all the resource persons for their kindness and support. I sincerely appreciate Dr. Pungadi, our IQAC coordinator, and Mrs. Sindhuja, Assistant IQAC coordinator, for their efforts in conducting this online program. My warm felicitations and greetings to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm felicitations. Let me now ask Ms. Tamre Selvi to introduce the Principal of Ayanada Janaki Ammal College, Dr. Ashok. Tamre Selvi, over to you.
Good morning, all. Good morning, all. I am very glad to introduce Dr. Shri Ashok, BSc, BPA, MPA, SLET, PhD, Principal of the Faculty of newly created Department of Physical Education, Health Education, and Sports since 1992 as Assistant Professor and later as Associate Professor before becoming the Principal in 2018. He served as the Director of Physical Education in charge of the college. He served as the Deputy Warden of the college hostel. He recognized as a research guide for guiding PhD scholars. He served as a member in the Tamil Nadu Textbook Review Committee. He is a trained and qualified yoga master. He is a member on the Board of Studies of several colleges in the discipline of physical education. He is a member of Academic Council of the Madurai Kamaraj University. He stayed the college in the 4th cycle of accreditation by NAAC with A+ grade. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot, Tamre Silvi. Now I request Dr. Ashok to give his introductory remarks about this FDP program.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Pungudi. Good morning, one and all connected here. Honorable Secretary of Kamaraj College, Tuticorin, Mr. A. Rajendran. My beloved friend, Dr. Nagarajan, Principal of Kamaraj College, Tuticorin. Dr. A. M. Tony Mervin, Director of SF Courses, Kamaraj College, Tuticorin. And Professor R. Jagannathan and A. Pungudi, IQAC coordinators of Anjak and Kamaraj College, respectively. It gives me immense pleasure to be with you in this 7 days faculty development program on Revised Accreditation Framework. Besides the terrible ambience of global pandemic, it is a pride moment of educationists. We are all connected by wire, and we have been disseminating knowledge to the faculty as well as students without any trouble. This is possible because of the efforts taken by Dr. Pungudi and Professor Jagannathan, IQAC coordinators of both the institutions, for which we are indebted to them. First of all, we must also understand the ranking framework of any institutions. There are several ranking frameworks across the globe. US World University Ranking, the Times Higher Education World University Ranking, NBA, and so on. So, in this juncture, we are supposed to go for any kind of ranking and rating followed by, published by MHRD of India. Recently, our NAAC has announced that colleges that could not submit their documents during this pandemic, they are allowed to upload their documents after the commencement of next academic year. So it is for your information. Of course, every nation has several think tanks for making policy and the implementation of the policies made by them. In our college, we used to have several think tanks. We used to call all the executive members of IQAC as a think tanks of Anjak. Similarly, I hope Dr. Pungudi will also make several policies which can enhance the quality of Kamaraj College of Arts and Science, Tuticorin. Remember, merits are judged not by the efforts we put, but that are all judged by the results we reap. Hence, it is our duty to make documents. As far as NAAC is concerned, we are supposed to produce several kind of documents and evidences in relevant to that particular data. So unless otherwise we are able to provide the documents related to the data, we may not have the corresponding scores. So in this juncture, every one of us must be aware that whenever you give your effort, we must also record the evidences. I say evidences in plural form. That is very, very important. So in this juncture, you must be aware that each and every data should have some kind of documents or evidences for reaping the better benefit from NAAC assessment. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, sir. Over to Dr. Punguri.
Thanks a lot, sir, for giving valuable information about NAAC. Now I invite Dr. Kanagaprabha to introduce all the resource persons in short. Ms. Kanagaprabha.
A very good morning to all. I deem it a pleasure to introduce the speakers of today's session. Here we have 4 esteemed speakers with us. Our first speaker is Professor Jagannathan, Associate Professor at Head of the Department of Mathematics, Anja College, Sivagasi. He has 33 years of teaching experience, 8 years experience as executive member and 2 years as coordinator of IQAC. He developed an OBE model for the institution. He has conducted numerous workshops and delivered a number of guest lectures. He also acted as external academic auditor for Fatima College, Madurai and SFR College, Sivagasi. Our next speaker is Dr. Lawrence, Director of MCA, Amja College. He has held a number of academic and administrative responsibilities, including IQAC member, awards committee member, curriculum development cell member, semester review cell member, and a member of different board of studies. He has published numerous articles in national and international journals. The next speaker is Dr. Senthil Kumar, Associate Professor and Head, Center for Research and PG Studies in Botany, Anja College. He has 20 years of teaching experience. He holds a number of administrative responsibilities such as Assistant IQAC Coordinator, Dean Curriculum Development Cell. He published a number of articles in peer-reviewed journals. 2 students have completed their MPhil and 2 were awarded PhD under his guidance. Then the next speaker is Dr. Sundaresan, Associate Professor and Head, Center for Research and Postgraduate Studies in Physics, Anja College. He has rich teaching and research experience. He is the executive member of IQAC. His fields of interest include solid state ionics and thin films. He has received CSIR Senior Research Fellowship and also received UGC Major and Minor Research grants. He has guided 9 PhD students and 40 MPhil students. We are very happy to have such high academic and administrative personalities amidst us to deliver their series of lectures. Wholeheartedly, we welcome you all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kanagaprabha. Now I request Professor Jagannathan to give his general guidance on NAAC accreditation.
Thank you, madam. Good morning to everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yes, sir, audible.
At the outset, I thank the managements of Anjak and Kamaraj College, the principals, Dr. C. Ashok of Anjak and Dr. Nagarajan of Kamaraj College, and the IKAC coordinator, Dr. Pungudi, for making this collaborative activity a reality. Preparation of SSR and the accreditation process on the whole is a tough job. And I think the Kamaraj College is taking right steps and moving in the right direction, organizing webinars covering areas which are vital and needed for this hour. I too attended one of the webinar organized by Kamaraj College on 6th July. I think the title will be The Rudiments of Outcome-Based Education. It was a wonderful introduction on outcome-based education. But the institution need to prepare outcomes, program specific outcome and the course outcome, which are specific to the programs and courses offered by Kamraj College. Okay, let us now move on to our main activity, that is the preparation for revised accreditation framework. Dr. Vasanthi, shall we have the PowerPoint, please?
Yes, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes.
Visible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Yes. The next slide, please. There are some abbreviations used here: RAF, SSR, DVV, AAAS. These are all some abbreviations. So first, I would like to expand certain things here. SSR self-study report, AAAS students satisfaction survey, and RAF revised accreditation framework. And this revised accreditation framework of NAAC is totally ICT enabled, as the principal of Kamraj College said. So IQAC has to induct some staff members who are good in technology. Only then we can complete this accreditation process in a successful way. AAAS student satisfaction survey and DVV are some additional process found in revised accreditation framework. Preparation of SSR requires lots and lots of data gathering and compilation. I think a minimum of 6 months is needed to collect all data for an institution for a period of 5 years. And in this new format, the SSR is 70% of QNM and 30% of QLM. QNM means it is quantitative metrics, quantifiable facts and figures as data should be given. And when we say QLM, it is qualitative metrics. And here we have to, the institution has to give descriptive responses. I think the affiliated college SSR comprise of nearly 107 metrics. When we say metrics, it is, they are called the questions. The questions, they are calling it as metrics. And there are 72 metrics for QNM and 35 metrics for QLM. The next slide. Now, the entire accreditation process can be split into 5 major steps. It involves 6 major steps. The first one is registering the college in the NAAC website. And I think the Kamraj College has already done this, because you have already submitted your AQR for the year 18-19. And therefore, I hope the Kamraj College has entered this portal. And nowadays, the AQR itself is a mini SSR. The people at the NAAC verify and clarify our data before accepting the AQR also. And the second step will be submission of IAQA online. IAQA means Institution Information on Quality Assessment. This must be ideally done 6 months prior to the end of the current accreditation status. It is an ideal timing, but to my experience, 3 months is sufficient to complete the entire process, the accreditation process. Next. Next slide, madam. After submitting the IAQA, SSR has to be submitted. The NAAC will accept our IAQA and the SSR has to be submitted in the NAAC portal within 45 days. So SSR and the supporting documents have to be kept ready when submitting IAQA itself. So you have to prepare both these things, IAQA as well as SSR, as a parallel work. Next, step 4. HEI receive a link of SSR and the SSR in PDF format should be uploaded in the higher education institution's website. And step 5, the step 5 involve 2, madam, next slide. The step 5 involve 2 parallel process, which I mentioned here as A and B. The QNM will be subjected to DVV by NAAC and SSS will be conducted parallelly with the DVV process. In the SSS, there were 20 objective type questions and 1 subjective questions. And at least 10% of the students should respond. Only then the marks will be taken into account. And in the QNM, the institution has to secure a minimum of 30% of score to go for the next stage. And the last 6th stage step will be within 3 months from the pre-qualifier, the peer team will visit the higher education institution and the peer team visit will be limited only to the QLM. They will look at only the qualitative metrics. Next. And here I would like to say some general guidance about the NAAC process. HA has to go through the key aspects and essential and other metrics carefully. If you go through the manual, you will find that there are some metrics which are mandatory or essential and some other which are not mandatory. So please go through these metrics carefully and find where you are lacking, where you need to do something more. And I think the current year is the last year for your accreditation process. For a 5-year period, I think the Kamaraj College, this 1920 will be the final academic year for their process. Usually, the academic year ends at May or June, but due to pandemic, it will be the academic year 1920 is not over. So I think even if you activate any activity, that can be included in the SSR. This is my idea. And I think in this regard, there is a notification also there in the NAAC website. So start working on those ideas or those front where the institution needs to be done. Next slide, yes. Fix at least one experienced faculty as in charge for each criterion. In our college, we call them as the executive member, and they have to coordinate all the activities regarding collection of data from departments, clubs, and forum, and so on, NSS, NCC, etc. So one experienced faculty should be there as in charge for each criterion. The entire faculty of the college has to be trained, and I think the college, Kamaraj College, is rightly doing this so that the data gathering will be easier. Next. Next one is very important. The IQAC should be suitably equipped with necessary computers, printers, LCD projectors, internet facility, and a conference hall. Here I missed one important thing, that is the scanners. To collect all data, you need to keep at least 2 scanners ready with IQAC. And usually the conference hall is also very important for frequent meetings and also for meeting the peer team members. And this time they asked all the HODs also to present their PowerPoint in the IQAC itself. They just visited the department, but the HODs presented their PowerPoint at the IQAC itself. So IQAC should be suitably equipped with all necessary items so that it will be very useful during peer team visit. Next one is fix the 5-year period correctly and start collecting data metric wise. Metric, I think I already said, it is question. And ensure AQR is submitted every year. I think you have already done. It is mandatory. Without submitting AQR, we cannot submit our SSR. So please ensure it is submitted, and that should also be in the college website. Next. These are, next one will be, there are 7 criterion which already known to everyone. Criterion 1, curricular aspects. And here there are total marks will be up to 1,000. And the one criterion which is very topmost important is the teaching learning, the second criterion, which has a maximum of 300 marks. And we have to, the institution has to focus on this. And there are, as I said, previously it was 5%. Now the NAAC allowed 3% of the marks can be avoided. And the institution can opt out 3%. That is 30 marks can be opted out. An institution can opt out a maximum of 30 marks. 10 marks in a criterion. In one criterion, a maximum of 10 marks can be opted out. 1, 2, and 7 are essential criterions. We cannot omit those criterions. In all other criterions, we can avoid certain questions if it is found to be unsuitable. I think with this, I come again if needed, if you ask any question. And I hand over the session now to, again, Dr. Pongadi. Madam?
Okay, sir. I think, thank you, sir, for giving general guidance on NAAC accreditation. Thank you very much. I cordially invite Dr. Lawrence to give ideas for preparing and uploading contents for college website and NAAC portal.
Thank you, madam.
Dr. Lawrence, sir.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. I'm audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Vasanthi, madam. Vasanthi, madam. Vasanthi, madam.
Dr. Vashanthi. She has muted on.
இருந்தாங்களே சார்.
நான் ஷேர் பண்றேன் சார்.
Okay, madam. So a pleasant morning to all. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to our management and principal and IQAC coordinator, allowing me to be a part of the IQAC team. I still remember the first day of uploading our documents in NAAC portal. We know how long it took. Hardly one full day for uploading a single document. And one of our faculty members got frustration and asked me, sir, in the spill நீங்க போனீங்கன்னா 1 year ஆனாலும் உங்களால upload பண்ண முடியாது sir. That's the comment I received the first day. So don't think that it is easy to upload the document. Okay, நீங்க எப்படி டாக்குமெண்ட் கலெக்ட் பண்றதுக்கு எஃபர்ட் கொடுக்குறீங்களோ அதே எஃபர்ட் you have to give that to upload the document.
மேம் நான் ட்ரை பண்ணவா மேம்? வசதி மேம்?
ஷேர் ஆயிருச்சுல சார்?
இல்ல மேம், டிஸ்பிளேல வரல. விசிபிளா இல்ல.
எனக்கு வந்துருச்சே சார்.
திரும்ப ஒரு ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. எஸ்கேப் கொடுத்துட்டு ஃபுல் ஸ்கிரீன் கொடுத்துருக்கீங்களா?
இந்த ஸ்டாப் ஷேர் கொடுத்து திருப்பி பண்ணுங்க.
எஸ் மேம். Yes ma'am, it's visible.
Okay sir.
Next slide.
Ma'am, next slide போங்க.
So this is my agenda today. So first one is guidelines for your website and mandatory disclosure on college website. Simple solution for uploading documents. The next slide, please. So first part, guidelines for your website. Website is the virtual gateway to your campus. Anyone, including NAAC people, first visit your site before visiting your campus physically. So it is mandatory to keep your site update and fresh one. So here are some guidelines for your website. Madam, next slide, please. So these are some guidelines for your website. So whether your website is a dynamic and a responsive one, because 95% of people are using mobiles to browse, only very few people using laptop and system. So your website should respond to the mobile gadget also. So does it provide vision and mission, core values, guiding principles, organogram, strategic plan of the institution? Does your site provide your latest news and events and updates? Does it provides feature to access your result online? Next slide. Does it provide the facility for online admission? Does it provide you the updated course detail offered in each program? Does your site provide the academic profile of each faculty enrolled in the college? Does it provide the information about the fee structure of each program offered in the university? Does it provide you the information about the college policies? So these are the information mandatory for your website. I think your website satisfies all these conditions. And the next part is mandatory disclosure on college websites. So it is NAAC insisted every institution should create a separate tab or link exclusively for uploading NAAC documents. In that, NAAC related documents, Madam, next slide. NAAC related documents such as functionaries of IQAC, AQR, all the certificates, minutes, and finally cycle 4 SSR document. SSR documents should be there without the password. Okay, next slide, please. So the NAAC evidences may contain several formats. It may be contains a document or Word file or PDF or JPEG or image file or XLS. For example, one of our document, Madam, please click sample document. Madam, please click sample document. Previous slide. Previous slide. Okay. So one of our document contains a video file, as well as image file, as well as a text file. So we have hardly estimated total our document contains at least 150 GB in size. So, for Madam, open out the Asandi Madam.
சார் லோட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
So okay, ignore but next bit. Asni Madam.
இங்க ஓபன் ஆயிருச்சு சார்.
அப்படியே இங்க காமிக்க ஸ்கிரீன்ல தெரியல மேடம். சரி பரவாயில்ல, நெக்ஸ்ட் இதுக்கு பேர் மேடம். பவர் பாயிண்ட்க்கு வந்துருங்க மேடம். So totally we have calculated the size of our document may up to 150 GB or more than that. So hence we have decided a server with low configuration or a campus server is not suitable for us, because there may be a chance for getting file error, maximum file size exceeded error. So we consulted with our web development team and decided that cloud computing is the better solution for us to upload all our documents. Madam, next slide. So our web team suggested that cloud is the best choice for us. Madam, next slide. So these are the features of cloud computing. Great availability of resources. So NAAC actually enna pandranga, they provide to third party to evaluate our document. So our document will exist in 24/7 format. So the great availability of resources are available in cloud computing. On-demand self-service. என்ன document தேவையோ அதை மட்டும் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம், அப்லோட் பண்ணிக்கலாம், டவுன்லோட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். And it is very easy to maintenance. So on large network access, world எந்த பார்ட்ல இருந்தனாலும் you can access. And great availability of sources. Automatic system. It is easy to integrate with the cloud, and it is more economical too. And it provides more security than others, and pay as you go. If you are using 150 GB, then they charge for 150 GB alone. If you go beyond that, they will charge for that. So this is the concept of pay as you go. So these are the features of cloud computing. So we have decided cloud computing is the best choice for us, and we purchase a cloud server for us. Next slide. Next, ma'am. So NJAG user interface to upload the documents. We have created a simple user interface to upload the document. In that, we have created a separate folder for each criterion. In that, we have uploaded the document related to the criterion. The documents related to the criterions uploaded here. Once we click the document, we will get the URL, and simply we copy and paste this URL into the NAAC portal. Thus, we have uploaded the entire documents within a week. Thank you. Thank you, and all. Have a nice day. The next one. Madam, over to Asni, madam.
Sir.
Yes, finished, madam.
Okay, sir.
Asni, madam, அடுத்தது ரெடி பண்ணிரு.
Okay, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir, for clearly explaining the website and the NAAC portal.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Sendil Kumar, sir, available? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. He's available, ma'am.
Okay. I humbly request Dr. Senthil Kumar to explain the criteria 1, curricular aspects. Senthil Kumar, sir, it's your time.
செந்தில் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிக்க.
சார் ஸ்கிரீன் விசிபிளா இருக்குல்ல சார்?
ஸ்கிரீன் விசிபிளா இருக்கு.
நோ வரல. ஸ்கிரீன் வரல. Yes. That's madam.
Sir, is it audible, sir?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Most respected principals of Kamaraj College, Thoothukudi and Anjak Sivagasi, learned coordinators of IQAC of Kamaraj College and Anjak, distinguished members of IQAC of both colleges, dedicated and learned faculty members of Kamaraj College, Thoothukudi, a very warm good afternoon to one and all connected to this FDP today. It's a pleasure for me to be here connected to all through this platform. Today I am going to share some of my thoughts regarding the first criterion, that is curricular aspects. Friends, as you know, for any institution, curriculum is the most fundamental one, and it is considered to be the cornerstone for all our endeavors being undertaken in any education institution, be it a school or a college or an university. So rightly sensing the importance of curriculum, the NAAC has placed this as the first criterion. Though the marks are relatively low, it assumes greater significance. And since this is the first criterion, the marks and the way in which we are displaying our achievements in this particular criterion will give us a wonderful idea about our institution in the face of NAAC. This criterion consisting of 100 marks, and it has 4 sub-criterion like curricular planning and implementation, which accounts for 20 marks, academic flexibility, which accounts for 30 marks, and that accounts for 20 marks. Next slide, please. This first part, that is curricular planning and implementation, and this is the first question. The institution ensures effective curriculum delivery through a well-planned and documented process. Friends, as an institution, whether we are affiliated or autonomous, we need to prepare a academic calendar. And that is the crux of this particular question. This question will have the mechanism like a preparation of academic calendar, maintenance of portions covered register. For each and every course or a paper being offered in a particular semester, we need to maintain a portions covered register. As far as our institution is concerned, for every department, we used to maintain a portions covered register, wherein all the faculty members at the beginning of the semester will write the papers, syllabus allotted to them in an alphabetical order. And at the completion of every month, they have to put their signature, and it will be endorsed by the head of the department. And ultimately, principal will approve the portions. So this is how the portions cover register is being maintained at our institution. And this is one of the mechanism that will give us an confidence in ensuring the effective curriculum delivery in our institution through a well-planned and documented process. This is a very fantastic document. The NAAC has appreciated our institution in all the 4 accreditations. And we have to arrange for periodical guest lectures and workshops. So every now and then we must provide the students guest lectures and workshops, which is in fact a part of the curriculum delivery process. And all the more important is that we have to record the minutes of the department meetings, which discussed on the aspects related to academic planning. So we used to have department meetings and we used to record the minutes also, but there must be a specific focus on the academic planning the department meetings which exclusively dealt on academic planning, and it should be properly documented and it should be properly minuted also. And depending upon the nature of the programs that we are offering, we need to arrange for study tours and industrial visits and field trips, as the case may be. This should also be a part of the curriculum delivery process. And there must be periodical convening of the departmental association meetings. So in our college, we used to have a departmental association for all the disciplines, and we used to have a weekly meeting. On every Friday, we used to have a weekly meeting during which the students will be motivated to participate as president, as speakers, etc. And every now and then we used to have an extraordinary meeting also, wherein we used to invite guest lecture from other institutions and sometimes even from our own institution. So this is another opportunity for the students to develop their leadership skills. At the same time, this is also a part of the academic endeavor. Next slide, please. So these are some of the documents related to this particular curricular planning. Since our session in autonomous institution, we used to prepare our own operational guidelines for the programs that we offer in our institution. So this is one such a document that we have presented to the NAAC as part of this particular question. Next slide, please. So this is pamphlet on a guest lecture organized by the Department of Thermal. So this is again another concrete evidence to show that our academic planning is interspersed with the diversified activities apart from regular classroom teaching. Next slide, please. Right, this is a second question. So the institution adheres to the academic calendar, including for the conduct of CEE. Friends, you may know that the continuous internal assessment or examination is a regular part of the curriculum, regular part of the examination system of the higher education institutions for the past 2 or 3 decades. Before that, we don't have such a internal assessment system. But today, whether our institutions are affiliated or autonomous, we used to have our own pattern of continuous internal assessment examination system. Though you are an affiliated in college, you may have still options to have your own continuous internal assessment system. So we must prepare, probably you will be preparing already, academic calendar with the mentioning about notations on the opening date, working days, number of working days, last working day, examination schedule, and the important days and anniversaries. All these things should be there in your academic calendar. And there must be a constitution of semester review cell. There must be a semester review cell to prepare the continuous internal assessment schedule. So only with that kind of arrangement, we can have a holistic arrangement at the institution level. So there should not be, this is a kind of approach which ensures a centralized system of administration. Though people may argue that centralization is not an effective one, but mechanisms like this will help us to have, will help us to evolve a concrete success formula across the departments. Because in NAAC accreditation, going by our own experience, we can tell you that only when we have success formula adopted or exhibited by all the departments, which will reflect in our overall story. So if one department performs well and another department is not performing well, it may not be a good one. So we need to have a comprehensive approach, a holistic approach that will ensure the growth and development of all the departments. So we must have a semester review cell to prepare the continuous internal assessment test schedule for the academic planning. And there should be, the meeting should be convened by the semester review cell to direct the departments to follow uniform schedule for test piece and assignment, etc. So this will ensure that all the continuous internal assessment components are being covered by the departments without any hitch. And the students are given an opportunity to refresh their studies every now and then. When we have a broad-based continuous internal assessment system, which is spreading over the entire 90 days of the semester. Next slide, please. This is another important question that revolves around the ability of our faculty members. Friends, NAAC expects the faculty members to play a pivotal role in different aspects apart from classroom teaching. So one such thing is the being a member of the academic council or board of studies of affiliating universities, and we must be a member of the question paper setting boards of the UG and PG courses of various universities or colleges, and we must be a member of the curriculum development cell, which designs the syllabus for the certificate and diploma courses. And we must be on the board of the examiners, which evaluate the papers of the various examinations. So these are some of the responsibilities a teacher has to have in his career apart from regular teaching and learning processes. So this is the prerequisite, and we can have the mechanism like this. Next slide, please. So here the institution has to play a very critical role in motivating the teachers to become members of the board of studies and academic council in other autonomous colleges and universities. Friends, this is possible only when we uplift our career profile. Only when you are having that profile, institutions like ours can robe in, and there are several other autonomous colleges and universities also there, which will robe in only when we improve our credentials. So it is not a difficult task one, considering your rich experience and prominence of our institution. Of course, already many of you may be there in the Board of Studies and Academic Council of other colleges, but we must try to enhance to see that all the faculty members of Kamaraj College are becoming members of the Board of Studies and Academic Council in one or other autonomous colleges or universities in our state. And for that, the institution has to play some role, like the teachers must be incentivized to become members of this Board of Studies or Academic College, Council of other colleges and universities. And more importantly, there must be periodical workshops to be conducted for the faculty members on question framing on the basis of Bloom's taxonomy. So when you have this Bloom's taxonomy, probably will become a very good question setter, and this will help you to become a member of the board of examiners of other autonomous colleges and universities in due course of time. Next slide, please. So this is a model, a document that we have sent for the NAAC, and this is the minutes of the Board of Studies of our BCA program, where you can see the members from other institutions also. And this question is, next slide, please. This question is about the percentage of programs in which choice-based credit system or elective course system has been implemented in our college. So friends, being an affiliated institution, we have very limited liberty as far as CBCS is concerned. But if the parent university follows the CBCS already, we don't have any problem. But if they don't have the CBCS, then it is a problem that we have to find another way to satisfy the NAAC as far as this particular criterion, this particular question is concerned. So, going by our own experience, we came to know that even if the universities are not having a CBCS, still they practice elective courses system or elective paper system. So the students at the college level, at the department level, we must encourage the students to choose interdisciplinary elective papers so that there would be a variety of learning platform for the students. And this is how we can score good marks in this particular question, because considering the complications of an affiliated system, the NAAC has given you options like CBCS or elective course system. If we don't have the opportunity to pursue CBCS, alternatively you can go for elective course system within the affiliated framework itself. So what we have to do at the level of the department or at the college level, the college, is that we have to encourage our students. We have to encourage our students to take up interdisciplinary electives, which will help them to acquire knowledge in an interdisciplinary or transdisciplinary manner. At the same time, we can provide good data to the NAAC, because NAAC is aiming at ensuring holistic knowledge development of students by enabling them to move towards transdisciplinary or interdisciplinary knowledge pursuit. So this is the essence of this particular question. So we have to take it in the positive way, that we must go for an elective course, at least if the CBCS is not being implemented by the parent university. Next question. So this is an data that we have submitted to the NAAC, where the details on the implementation of CBCS and the elective course system in our college. As far as our college is concerned, we have implemented the CBCS right from 1998 for the PG programs and for the UG programs from the year 2003. And we have elective course system also in place. Next slide, please. So this is a curricular framework for the BSc degree course in mathematics, where you can see the components of the CBCS. Next slide, please. And this question is revolving around the add-on and certificate courses being offered during the last 5 years. Friends, again, there is a limitation that being an affiliated college, we may not have the opportunity to offer the certificate or diploma courses. But in my opinion, as per my consultation with our coordinator, it is still possible that the colleges on their own offer certificate or diploma courses. And for that, there is no need to get the approval from the parent university, because even at the college level itself, you can prepare a certificate, and on the successful completion of the certificate or diploma program by the student, the students can be given an opportunity. Students can be given with this certificate. For that, we can evolve our own examination system also. So this is completely free from the administrative umbrella of the university system. And alternatively, these days, students have the opportunity to go for online courses also, like Swayam or any other suitable platform. So even if the students are enrolling themselves for these online courses and they are able to complete the courses successfully, still you can add their data for the NAAC purpose. And if possible, there are certain universities like Alagappa University, Karaikudi, they are doing some Directorate of Distance Education programs through which they are offering certificate and diploma courses. And the institution can have a tie-up with them, we can have collaborations with them, and we can offer certain certificate or diploma courses. Even Tamil Nadu Open University, Chennai is also coming forward to offer such diploma or certificate courses. At the end of the day, NAAC is not insisting whether the programs are offered by your institution or not, whether the students are undergoing any such add-on certificate or add-on courses or certificate programs during their pursuit. So the main focus of NAAC is not that the institutions are offering, whether the students are earning any certificate or diploma courses as an add-on course apart from their regular degree programs. So this is the expectation of the NAAC. So when we satisfy this, we can get good scores. And this is some of the data that we have provided for the NAAC. The certificate and diploma courses offered in our institution. It is only a part of the data. Next slide, please. So this is a brochure, a circular regarding the PG diploma course in instrumentation techniques offered by the Department of Chemistry of our college. Next slide, please. So this is another brochure regarding the conduct of a certificate course in web designing by the Department of Computer Applications. Right. So this is actually the repetition of the previous question. Here we have to give the data for the students who have enrolled themselves in the certificate or add-on programs as against the total number of students during the last 5 years. Friends, please remember, since the denominator will be a larger one, considering the total student strength of an institution, and if the number of students who are undergoing this certificate or diploma courses are very less, probably will be ended up in getting very low scores. So try to see that all our students are getting enrolled themselves in one or other certificate or diploma courses during the particular academic year, because then only we can satisfy the NAAC that all our students are able to underwent one or other certificate or diploma courses during their course of study. This is one thing which we have to take it into our mind, and we must encourage our students to participate or take part in certificate or diploma courses at least once in their course of study. Next slide, please. So this is another data pertaining to the evidence pertaining to the certificate and diploma courses offered by our institution. These are some of the programs offered at the UG level. This is a brochure on the animation filmmaking. As I told you earlier, the add-on or certificate courses need not be spread over a semester or an year. Even sometimes the NAAC permits us to conduct the courses as a short-term crash course. The thing is that it should not go below to 30 hours. So even if you offer a program on 30 hours basis, that is good enough for us to have some data for this particular question. Next slide, please. Right. This is with regard to curriculum enrichment. This question is regarding the issues like gender, environment, and sustainability, human values, and professional ethics in the curriculum. Being an autonomous institution, we don't face any problem as far as this particular question is concerned, because we have already brought in value education and professional ethics and etc. in our curriculum ever since the college became an autonomous institution in the year 1987 itself. Then later on, somewhere in 2000, we brought in the environmental studies also into the curriculum on the basis of the Supreme Court direction. And then on, we have been offering this particular two programs, value education and environmental studies, to all our undergraduate students without any problem. And we have our own curriculum development cell, which prepare the study material for both these modules on value education and environmental studies. So it is an important question in curriculum enrichment. So my sincere advice or my sincere appeal to the management of Kamaraj College is that though you are an affiliated college, the university may or may not have the modules on environmental studies or value education. As a college level course, you can prepare your own module, which can be prepared by the faculty of our own college. And with the help of the Kamaraj College faculty, you can prepare the module on value education and the module on environmental studies also. And it can be offered to the student as a course after regular contact hours, so that the student can get benefit of the importance of environmental issues, sustainability issues, and human values. And by the way, we can satisfy the NAAC also. And for that, the students can be given college level certification for this particular program. And it should be made compulsory for all the undergraduate students. Next slide, please. So this is the front page of the value education manual being prepared by our institution. Recently, we have brought in women's studies also. Previously, it was on value education, human rights. Later, we have included women's studies. And the most recently, we have included the professional ethics also to this particular module. So this is the question on this place. Average percentage of courses that include, next slide, include experiential learning through project work, field work, internship for the past 5 years. Friends, again, this is another critical aspect that we have to look into that. In fact, to be honest with you, even in our own institution, we faced some problems as far as this particular question is concerned. Since we have not implemented the project work for all the degree programs, except for some of the commerce and computer science based courses, we find it very difficult to answer for this particular question. But at the instance of our principal and our coordinator, in the current revision that is to be implemented from this current academic year, truncated 2020 and 21, we are going to have project work for all the programs being offered at our institution. So it's my personal opinion that at the college level, we can give some kind of project work or field work or internship to the students, irrespective of the disciplines they are studying, whether they are doing commerce or economics or computer science or physics or mathematics. We must identify certain institutions or organizations or industrial units or research institutes or some entities wherein the students can be motivated and encouraged to work in for at least 15 days in a year, academic year. And at the end of the completion of the that program, the training program or internship, the students should be given a certification, and this will enable you to get good scores in the NAAC. At the same time, from the student point of view, the students are given an opportunity, fantastic opportunity to get real-time experience in an organization. So whatever they are studying in a classroom need to be converted into real-life experience. And this is possible only when they are being employed in any research institute or industrial organizations or auditor firm or some other agencies. So depending upon the nature of the discipline, they can be motivated and encouraged. Further, the institution should have MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. So the department should identify Thuthukudi being an industrialized area, and you have access to Tirunelveli also. You can very well identify, each and every department can identify suitable research institutes or organizations which can absorb our students for a period of 15 days as part of this internship. Or if students like Tamil or English, they may not have the opportunity to go for such internship in any other organization, they will be alternately given some kind of project work at the college itself, and there must be a guide for them, and based on the guide sheet, the students should prepare a project. They have to design a project work, and they must find out something out of that. So in this way, all the students should be given an opportunity to undergo a project work or field work or internship during the course of study, which will give them a wonderful experience to have hands-on experience in the discipline in which they are pursuing their program. Next slide, please. So this is the model of a MOU signed by our college with a particular organization for promoting the internship. And on the left-hand side, you can see the certificate obtained from a particular chartered accountant auditor for employing one of our MCOM student for the internships training, which is called institutional training. Next slide, please. So this is actually the continuation of the previous question. So this is the data that we have to given for the internship. So as I told you earlier, at the college level, we have to, at the department level, we have to identify the organizations, and we have to sign MOU with such organizations. And in fact, friends, I have to mention here that the signing of MOU is more important because it is also a part of the research consultancy and extension, which is in the third criteria. So when you sign an MOU, which will be double benefit for satisfying the questions in 1.3 curriculum enrichment, as well as in third criteria, research consultancy and extension. So this is my personal opinion. So at the department level, our faculty are energetic and they are highly informed. So they can identify suitable organizations wherein our students can be employed for a period of 15 days. So it is another win-win situation for the college as well as the organization, because the organization will get the service of our students who are very fresh and energetic. So at the same time, the institution can get benefit out of this kind of novel initiative, and ultimately the students will get a benefit out of this because they are going to have a real life experience while doing a particular degree program. Next slide, please. Thank you. So at the final, I have to thank our management, our beloved principal, and our always guiding coordinator for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts on this particular criterion, which is considered to be the most important one. And I think I have answered all your questions to the satisfaction of mine and for everyone. Thank you once again for the opportunities, and I am ready to answer any of your queries.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam.
For clearly explaining the criteria. The discussion session is at the last. Now I request Dr. Sundaresan to explain the feedback system to be followed.
Good afternoon.
Narration?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Audible, audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you, respected principals, IQAC coordinators, assistant coordinators, IQAC members, and all the participants. First of all, I thank our management and principal and IQAC coordinators and assistant coordinator for giving me this wonderful opportunity of being a resource person in the faculty development program on the NAAC accreditation process of Kamaraj College, Thuthukudi. I just going to discuss this feedback system. It's a very small portion of Criterion 1. Next slide, please, ma'am. As you all know very well, the Criterion 1 pertains to the diversity and academic flexibility, and also the needs of the curriculum on different level, that is national, global, and local needs, and also the career orientation, multi-skill development, feedback system available in the institution. And the Criterion 1 pertains to the involvement of stakeholders in curriculum updating. And the key indicators for this Criterion 1 is the 4 key indicator, and the 3 have been already explained in detail by Dr. N. Sandil Kumar. I just explained the feedback system which comes under the 4th key indicator. Next slide, please. The feedback system is mainly for the revision and the redesign of a curricula, and on the basis of recent developments and feedback obtained from the stakeholders. The feedback from all stakeholders must be obtained in terms of the relevance and appropriateness of the curricula in catering to the needs of the society, economy, and environmental helps in improving the inputs. And at the same time, the feedback system must be an effective process. Mere collecting the data, mere collecting the feedback forms from the stakeholders will not be sufficient. It has to be analyzed, and we have to identify, and we have to take some actions, drawing the pertinent to the pointers to enhance the learning effectiveness. Next slide, please. And distribution of weightages, you know very well that feedback system carries a weightage of 20 marks, whether it is a autonomous college or affiliated colleges. Next slide, please. The key indicator in the feedback system, only there are 2 metrics. The first metric is question number 1.4.1. The institution must obtain feedback on the syllabus and its transaction at the institution from the stakeholders, that is students, teachers, employers, and alumni. Of course, they are given some 5 options, but we have to always choose the first option. We have to collect the feedback from all the stakeholders, then only we can get the complete score of 10 marks for this metric. And in this case, the data required for this metric is we have to collect the feedback, and we have to prepare a report of analysis of feedback received from the each stakeholder. That is, a student report must be analyzed, and some action must be taken, and the teachers feedback must be analyzed. So separately, we have to give the report analysis of obtained from the different stakeholders, and we have to give the URL for the stakeholders report separately for student report, teachers report, employers report, and alumni. For each category, we have to give a separate URL in the website. Next slide, please. And the sample form must also be uploaded in the website. Your sample form, not all the forms are sample forms for each stakeholder. Filled in sample forms must be uploaded. And this is one of the sample form obtained from the student about the course scheme, because mainly the feedback is pertinent to only the curriculum development. Therefore, we are getting the feedback about the course scheme, and this course scheme involves the evaluation process, whether the syllabus is, content is completely uh, adequate, or the syllabus content is more. So all these things, even though you are an affiliated college, you can get the feedback of the course scheme and the syllabus content that you can represent in the academic councils of the university which is going to be conducted. So you need not bother whether you are an affiliated college or autonomous college. We must get the feedback form about the course scheme with various questionnaires. That questionnaires you can design your own questionnaire by referring many of the SSRs available. Our college SSR is also available, and many NAAC accreditation institutions that SSR you can refer, and you can prepare your own questionnaire, and you can get it the filled in questionnaire, and you can make the analysis, and some actions must be also taken. And this is a student feedback every year, and this feedback must be obtained every year, and it must be analyzed every year, and action must be taken in every year. So we must get the feedback, then only the feedback system will be effective. So this is the student feedback about the curriculum once again. And the next stakeholder, teacher. Teacher can also give the feedback about the curriculum, because you are only going to transact the curricula, and therefore your feedback is also uh, asked by the NAAC. Therefore, the teacher's feedback on various aspects, say for example, provision of getting ICT gadgets for teaching learning, and a conducive environment for undertaking research, because research is nothing but an updation of teaching, that's all. Because you are going to give the recent developments to the students only by way of doing research. So the conducive environment must be there in the institution. Then motivation for research projects, applying the research projects and publications like this, you can frame your own questionnaire for the teacher's feedback also, and that has to be this must also be obtained every year, and must be analyzed, and must be placed in the suitable forum, that is at the level of a college council, then at the level of a management meeting. That records must be uploaded. That records must be uploaded in the URL. Then this the sample feedback form from obtained from the employers. So how can the employer can give the feedback means, then your curricula, whether it is fulfilling their needs. Say for example, our graduates are placed in various sectors. They may be placed in companies, they may be placed in education sector, they may be an entrepreneur. So the feedback of the employers, whether the graduates going out of our institution, they are up to their requirement, whether they are working skillfully, whether they are working with a team spirit, whether they are having a good moral and professionally they are sound, and whether they are dedicated or committed to the work, and whether the, they are working very smoothly in the industrial, whether the college is having the license with the industrial organizations like this, the employers, they can give a good feedback about the curricula and the institution through the students to whom they have given the opportunities. So this is a feedback form, filled in form. We have to submit the filled in feedback form. And from the alumni is like playing key role in the development of the institution and in the accreditation process also. Therefore, from the alumni, we have to get the sample feedback form. For that, we have to conduct every year. So you do the alumni meet, and in that alumni meet, you can get the you can easily collect the feedback form about the admission process, about the welfare, student welfare, about the uh, need of the curricula for a societal and a global need. So like this, you can frame the questionnaire for the alumni also in an effective manner, and you can get the feedback. And this is a URL in our college. We have given the URL for a stakeholder feedback report. See here, students, for teachers and employers and alumni, we are separately giving year-wise. We are giving. So like that, it must be available as per the instruction given by the NAAC. Similarly, the next metric is feedback process of the institution. For this, 10 marks is given for the feedback process, and 5 options are given here. Out of these 5, we have to always choose the first option, that is feedback. It must be collected, and it has been analyzed, and the action taken, and that feedback is available on the website. So all these things must be satisfied. Collection of feedback, the sample filled in form we are uploading, that evidence, and the analysis part, whether we have analyzed and that analysis part, and whether that analysis has been placed in the suitable forum of college council and management council, and whether it is signed by the competent authorities, and what are the actions taken out of these feedback, and that all these things must be available in the website. So only when all these process are completed, we can get the full mark out of these 10. So the documents to be uploaded, as you know, the stakeholders feedback report and the action taken report placed on the governing council, syndicate, or board of management, anything. And the data required for this 1.42 is the only report analysis and sample forms, action taken report once again. And next slide, please. Next slide. Vasanthi madam, next slide, please. This is an analysis. So when you give analysis in a what I can say, in a various aspect, when you give the analysis in various aspects, of course you have to give even for the option of disagreeing. So feedback must always have the negative aspect also. So all these analysis must be done carefully. Every year it must be done, and this feedback report must be given in the college website. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Ma'am, screen sharing stop பண்ணுங்க.
Thank you very much, sir, Dr. Sundaresan.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you for your clear explanation about the feedback system. Now this is the time for our interaction with the resource persons. I request all the faculties to ask or clarify your doubts by interacting with them. Faculties.
மேம் எல்லாருமே மியூட்ல இருக்காங்க. யாருக்கு கொஸ்டின் இருக்கோ அவங்கள ஹேண்ட் ரைஸ் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க. ஸோ நான் அன்மியூட் பண்ணி விடலாம்.
ஏற்கனவே யாரோ ஒரு ஆள் ரைஸ் பண்ணியிருந்த மாதிரி இருந்தது பாருங்க.
ஆமாம் சார், இடையில 2-3 தடவை ரைஸ் பண்ணாங்க. பட் தீபா ரைஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. கற்பகவள்ளி ரைஸ்.
கற்பகவள்ளி, விஜயலட்சுமி 2 பேர் ரைஸ்.
Yes, you unmute yourself. TK ma'am. Unmute பண்ணிட்டே கொஸ்டின் கேட்டுக்கங்க. TK ma'am. TK ma'am, Karpavali madam, Vijayalakshmi, unmute பண்ணிட்டு கேளுங்க, unmute பண்ணிக்கங்க, விஜயலட்சுமி. ஹலோ,
ஹேண்ட் ரைஸ் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க மேம், நம்மளே அட்மிட் பண்ணி விட்டுறலாம். அவங்க நேம் காணும், கற்பவழி நேம்
இல்ல ஹேண்ட் ரைஸ் பண்ணுங்க, ஹேண்ட் ரைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு क्वेश्चन கேக்குறதா கேட்டுருங்க. உங்களோட தான் நீங்களே அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க. கற்பவழி மேடம், ஹலோ கற்பவழி மேடம்.
If you have any problem, you can raise a question in the chat box also.
சார் ஐசன் IQAC கோஆர்டினேட்டர், எனக்கு தான் ஒரு டவுட் இருக்கு.
சொல்லுங்க மேடம்.
இந்த ஃபீட்பேக் ஃப்ரம் எம்ப்ளாயர்ஸ்னு ஒன்னு போடுறீங்கல்ல?
ஆமா.
அந்த இது வந்து இப்ப நம்ம பிளேஸ்மென்ட்காக வர்றாங்கல்ல, அப்பயே எப்படி எந்த மாதிரி அந்த ப்ராசஸ் நாங்க பண்ண முடியும்?
இல்ல அந்த பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் ஆபீசர் எங்களுக்கு இருக்காரு. அவங்க மூலமா எங்க ஸ்டாஃப் எங்க அப்பாயிண்ட் ஆயிருக்காங்களோ அவங்க கிட்ட நாம இந்த ஃபார்மை கொடுத்து வாங்குறோம்.
இன்டர்வியூக்கு வரும்போதே நீங்க அந்த என்னென்ன நம்ம காலேஜ்ல பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் இன்டர்வியூஸ் நடத்துறாங்களோ அப்பயே அவங்கள்ட்ட ஃபீட்பேக் வாங்கிடலாம்.
இல்ல அப்ப வாங்க முடியாது. இது நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து அவங்க கிட்ட ஒர்க் பண்ண பிறகு அவங்க ஆமா, அதனால அந்த அவங்களுடைய டச் வச்சுக்க வேண்டியிருக்கு. எம்ப்ளாயருடைய நம்பர்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் நீங்க கையில வச்சிருந்தீங்கன்னா தான் அந்த ஃபீட்பேக் வாங்க முடியும். இப்போ அதுக்காக இப்போ நம்ம வந்து அலுமினியத்தையும் ஸ்டாஃப் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்ட வாங்குற அந்த அளவுக்கு ஒரு குவாண்டம் இங்கே பண்ண முடியாது. அதனால இது ஒரு லிமிட்டடாக தான் இருக்கும். ஒரு 15-20 வாங்கினா கூட அது பெரிய விஷயம்தான். அதுக்கு தான் அந்த ஃப்ளோ சார்ட் நீங்கள் போட்டிங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் ஒரு மாதிரி நல்லாவும் இருக்கும். அந்த ரெப்ரசன்டேஷனும் கிளியராக நீங்கள் எல்லாத்தையுமே வாங்கி அதை அனலைஸ் பண்ணுறீங்கிறது அதில் ப்ரொஜெக்ட் ஆகும். அதனால் இந்த ஃபீட்பேக் வாங்குங்க. அதை வந்து உங்கள் குறைஞ்சபட்சம் உங்கள் கவுன்சில்லையாவது அதை வைங்க. வச்சுட்டு நீ முடிஞ்சதுன்னா இதை மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கமிட்டிக்கு இதை நீங்கள் ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணி என்ன ஆக்ஷன் எடுத்தீங்கிறதையும் அதில் மென்ஷன் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா அந்த ஃபீட்பேக்குக்கு அது வந்து உங்களுக்கு இந்த ஏஐல சூஸ் பண்ணுற அளவுக்கு அது ஒர்த்தாக இருக்கும்.
எங்களுக்கு இந்த எம்ப்ளாயீஸ்ல தான் ஒரு டவுட்.
அது ரிஸ்க் தான். நம்ம ஆர்ட்ஸ் காலேஜில் இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் மாதிரி ஒன்றும் பெரிய அளவில் நிறைய இருக்காது. பட் ஓரளவுக்கு இப்போ நீங்கள் சொல்கிற மாதிரி இன்டர்வியூக்கு வர்றாங்க அப்படின்னா அவங்களுடைய கான்டாக்டை வச்சுட்டு அப்பாயிண்ட் ஆன பிறகு நம்ம அந்த இயர் எண்டில் எப்படி இருந்தாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத ஃபீட்பேக் வாங்கினா நல்லா இருக்கும்.
ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ சார். ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், நீங்க டவுட்ஸ் யாரும் கேட்குறாங்கன்னா கேட்கலாம். ஏதாவது கிளாரிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ்?
இன்னைக்கு யாரும் கேட்குறாங்களா? கேளுங்க.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you for your administration to our staff members.
Okay.
Sir, on behalf of all departments, I have to ask a question.
Okay.
Suppose ஒரு workshopலாம் கெஸ்ட் லெக்சர்ஸ் எல்லாம் நடத்துற மாதிரி சில விஷயங்களுக்கு சில பாயிண்ட்ஸ் நோட் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க. அதுல வந்து இப்போ பாத்தீங்கன்னா சில ஒரு டவுட் நிறைய பேருக்கு இருக்கு. என்னன்னா இப்போ நடத்துற வெபினாரோ இல்லைன்னா அந்த மாதிரி ஒர்க் ஷாப்போ இல்லைன்னா கெஸ்ட் லெக்சர்ஸோ வந்து NAACல வந்து எந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து வேலிட் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு கொஸ்டின் இருக்குது. ஸோ எந்தெந்த மாதிரிலாம் நம்ம வந்து அந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப் நடத்துறதுக்கு இல்லை கெஸ்ட் லெக்சர்ஸ் நடத்துறதுக்கு எல்லாம் வெபினார் நடத்துறதுக்கு எல்லாம் செமினார் நடத்துறதுக்கு எதெல்லாம் வந்து இந்த மாதிரிலாம் சில விஷயங்களை கண்டிப்பா ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும் அந்த NAAC பேசிஸ். கண்டிப்பா இந்த விஷயங்கள்லாம் இட் இஸ் மேண்டேட்டரி அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி விஷயங்களை கொஞ்சம் கோட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் யூஸ்ஃபுல் டு ஆல்.
ஓகே சார். இப்போ இதில் இந்த கொஸ்டினில் 2 ஆங்கிள் இருக்குது சார். ஒன்று வெதர் வெபினார்ஸ் ஆர் ஒர்த் மென்ஷனிங், ஃபஸ்ட்டு கொஸ்டின். செகண்ட் கொஸ்டின், வாட் ஆர் த எவிடன்சஸ் டு பி சப்போர்ட்டட் ஹியர். இந்த 2 கொஸ்டின் இதுக்குள்ளே வருது அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். டியூரிங் திஸ் பேண்டமிக் பீரியட் there is no other way to conduct workshops and seminars. The NAAC itself is organizing a lot of webinars. Today itself, I received some communication from NAAC assistant coordinator regarding conduct of webinar by one of the minister, central minister. So there is no harm in organizing webinar or workshops in online mode. And the second thing is you need to support everything with suitable evidences. That is more important. You can, I think already the IQAC coordinator is taking steps to save all these videos. And you can also substitute with the orders given to resource persons. You have a lot of evidences. Their day-wise program chart is there. The invitation is there. The invitation to research persons are there. All this can be supported, and there is no harm. And the third point here is, as I said earlier, usually I think the semester, but for this particular academic year ends at May or June. பட் இங்கே வந்து அதுதான் நான் சொன்னேன். இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக ஒரு கம்யூனிகேஷன் அங்கே NAAC போர்ட்டலில் இருக்குது, நீங்கள் கொஞ்சம் பார்த்துக்கிடுங்க. இந்த அகடமிக் இயர் நமக்கு இந்த 19-20ங்கிற அகடமிக் இயர் இன்னும் ஃபினிஷ் ஆகலை. நம்ம இன்னும் செமஸ்டர் எக்ஸாமை பற்றி நமக்கு இன்னும் கன்க்ளூட் பண்ணலை, கவர்மெண்ட் இதை டிசைட் பண்ணலை. அதனால் நீங்கள் இப்போ நடத்திட்டு இருக்கிற எல்லா ஈவெண்ட்ஸுமே நிறைய நீங்கள் நடத்திட்டு இருக்கிறீங்க. காமராஜ் காலேஜ் மேடம் வந்து எனக்கு இங்கே கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறாங்க, பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கிறேன். ஃபிசிக்ஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டு எல்லா டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸுமே நீங்கள் ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணுறீங்க. எவ்ரி திங் இஸ் ஒர்த்து அண்ட் ஆல் தீஸ் திங் கேன் பி இன்க்ளூடட் இன் யுவர் SSR.
சார் இன் அடிஷன் டு தட் சார் நான் ஒன்று சொல்லணும் சார்.
சொல்லுங்கள்
சார். சார் அது எவிடன்சஸ் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூவில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சார், நம்ம ரைட் ஃப்ரம் வந்து ப்ரோச்சரில் வந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்கள் கரஸ்பாண்டன்ஸ் சப்போஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டில் நீங்கள் பெர்மிஷன் வாங்கி அந்த பெர்மிஷன் லெட்டர்ஸ் வச்சுக்கலாம். அதாவது NAAC வந்து தே வாண்டட் டு ஹேவ் வெரைட்டி ஆஃப் எவிடன்சஸ். நம்ம வந்து அப்போ நிறைய எவிடன்சஸ் கொடுத்தா அவங்க ரொம்ப இம்ப்ரெஸ் ஆயிடுவாங்க. அதனால் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் ஃபோட்டோஸ் கொடுக்கலாம், பேப்பரில் நீங்கள் ஏதாவது ஆட் கொடுத்து பேப்பரில் அந்த நியூஸாக கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா முதல்ல வந்து பிஃபோர் த கண்டக்ட் ஆஃப் தி ப்ரோக்ராம் யூ கேன் பப்ளிஷ் இட் த்ரூ தி டுடேஸ் என்கேஜ்மெண்ட் காலம். அதை நீங்கள் கட் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம். ப்ரோக்ராம் ஈவெண்ட் முடிஞ்சதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து நீங்கள் அதை பற்றி ஒரு நியூஸ் ஃப்ளாஷ் பண்ணிங்கன்னா அந்த பேப்பர் கட்டிங்ஸும் வச்சுக்கலாம். அதுபோல் முக்கியமான வந்து ஃபீட்பேக், கண்டிப்பாக ஒவ்வொரு ஈவெண்ட்டுக்கும் ஒரு ஃபீட்பேக் வாங்கணும். இந்த ஃபீட்பேக்கை நீங்கள் அனலைஸ் பண்ணணும். அப்புறம் ப்ரோக்ராமினுடைய ஷெடியூல், அஜெண்டா ஷெடியூல். ஸோ சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி இதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா எந்த ஒரு ஈவெண்ட்டுமே வந்து நமக்கு ஒரு ஃபுல் ஃப்ளெட்ஜ்டு ஒரு காம்ப்ரிஹென்சிவான ஒரு எவிடன்சஸ் வந்து கிடச்சிடும். இதை வந்து நீங்கள் ஒரு ஆர்டரில் நீங்கள் எல்லா ஈவெண்ட்டுக்கும் ஒரே மாதிரி ஆர்டரில் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவோம். முதல்ல பெர்மிஷன் லெட்டர், அப்புறம் ப்ரோக்ராம் ஷெடியூல், அப்புறம் டுடேஸ் என்கேஜ்மெண்ட், அப்புறம் வந்து ஃபோட்டோஸு, அப்புறம் பேப்பர் கட்டிங்ஸு, அப்புறம் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் செட்டில்மெண்ட்டுடைய இது. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் ஒரு ஆர்டரில் நீங்கள் யூனிஃபார்மாக ஃபாலோ பண்ணிங்கன்னா, ஒவ்வொரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்லும் ஒரே மாதிரி ஆர்டரில் ஃபாலோ பண்ணிங்கன்னா தட் வில் பி மோர் தென் இனஃப்.
நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஸ்டாஃப் பார்ட்டிசிபேட்டட் ஆர் பெனிஃபிட்டட். அது போக இதில் ஏதாவது நீங்கள் மணி ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணியிருந்தீங்கன்னா அது வந்து உங்கள் இதில் ரிஃப்ளெக்ட் ஆகும், உங்கள் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸில் ரிஃப்ளெக்ட் ஆகும், அது ஆடிட் ஆகும். இது எல்லாத்தையுமே நீங்கள் அது தான் எங்கள் பிரின்சிபல் பிகினிங்லேயே ஒரு வார்த்தை சொன்னார். ஏதாவது 1 or 2 மட்டும் வச்சிங்கன்னா அது கொஞ்சம் அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு சஸ்பீஷியஸாக தெரியும். நீங்கள் நிறைய எவிடன்சஸை நீங்கள் ஒரே ஈவெண்ட்டுக்கு எத்தனை பாசிபிள் முடியுமோ அத்தனையும் நீங்கள் கொடுத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா அது இட் இஸ் ஒர்த் டேக்கிங். Any other question?
பானுமதி ஹேண்ட் ரைஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. பட் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு நீங்கள் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு நீங்கள் கொஸ்டின் கேட்கலாம். பானுமதி மேடம். என்னால் அன்மியூட் பண்ண முடியல அவங்கள. ஸோ அவங்களே
டாக்டர் பானுமதி. Dr. Bhanumati, you unmute yourself.
ஓகே, வேற யாரும் கொஸ்டின் இருந்தால் கேளுங்க.
Okay, participants யாரும் question இல்லையா? Hello. Okay, sir. The final question. Sir, நானே கேட்கிறேன். Add-on and certificate courses போறோம். Once வந்து first year enter ஆகிறாங்கல்ல students. அவங்களுக்கு all the 3 yearsக்கு ஒரு value added course, ஒரு certificate course, one skill based அந்த மாதிரி ஏதோ பிளான் பண்ணிக்கலாமா நாங்க?
இல்லை பண்ணலாம். நீங்கள் எல்லா டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸையுமே ஏதாவது ஒரு சர்டிஃபிகேட் கோர்ஸ் கொடுக்க சொல்லலாம். அதில் செந்தில் இப்போ எங்கள் செந்தில் சொல்லும்போது சொன்னார் நீங்களே காலேஜிலே பண்ணலாம். ஆனால் இப்போ அதிலே டிப்ளமா லெவல் போனீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் வந்து யூனிவர்சிட்டி பர்மிஷன் வாங்கணும். இப்போ நான் வந்து அகாடமிக் கவுன்சில் மதுரை காமராஜ் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் மெம்பர் தான். அங்கே வந்து நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அஃபிலியேட்டட் காலேஜில் இருந்து கூட நிறையா ப்ரொப்போசல்ஸ் நீங்கள் சிலபஸை க்ரியேட் பண்ணி அதை நீங்கள் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா உங்கள் பேரண்ட் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் அந்த அகாடமிக் கவுன்சிலில் அதை பாஸ் பண்ணி கொடுத்துருவாங்க. Then you can conduct your own diploma courses and the university will provide you the certificate also. அதனால் நீங்கள் அஃபிலியேட்டடுங்கிறதுக்காக சிலபஸ் போடுறதுக்கு ஸ்கில் கிடையாதுன்னு அர்த்தம் இல்லை. நீங்கள் பாட்டுக்கு டெவலப் பண்ணலாம். அது ஒரு சான்ஸ் இருக்குது. இன்னொரு விஷயம் தான் அங்கே சொன்னது என்னென்னா, இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ எங்கள் விஸ்காம் இருக்கிற மாதிரி கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸ்லலாம் நிறைய கிராஷ் கோர்சஸ் நடத்துவாங்க எங்கள் கம்ப்யூட்டர். அங்கே வந்து நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம்னா, பட் இங்கே ஒரு மேண்டேட்ரி இருக்குது. மினிமம் 30 hours இருந்தால் மட்டும்தான் அந்த கோர்ஸஸை மட்டும்தான் நம்ம வந்து இங்கே NAACக்கு சப்மிட் பண்ண முடியும். வேறு டீட்டெயிலில் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் லெஸ் தென் 30 hours, ஸோ இட் கனாட் பி டேக்கன் இன்டு அக்கௌண்ட் அப்படின்னு அவங்க கன்க்ளூஷன் கொடுத்துருவாங்க. அதனால் ஒரு 30 hours இருக்கிற மாதிரி நீங்கள் ஒரு காலேஜ் லெவலுக்குள்ள ஒரு சர்டிஃபிகேட் கோர்ஸஸ் அதை யூ கேன் கால் இட் அஸ் கிராஷ் கோர்ஸ். ஒரு செமஸ்டரில் நீங்களே ஒரு நோட்டீஸ் கொடுத்து நீங்கள் ஒரு மணி கூட கலெக்ட் பண்ணி ஒரு மினிமம் மணியை கலெக்ட் பண்ணி அதுக்கு நீங்கள் அந்த கோர்ஸ் நடத்தி அந்த சர்டிஃபிகேட்ஸுக்கெல்லாம் எவிடன்சஸ் கையில் வச்சுக்கிடுங்க. மணி கலெக்ஷனுக்கு அட்டண்டன்ஸு இது எல்லாமே எவிடன்ஸ் வச்சிங்கன்னா அதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் இங்கே காமிக்கலாம். உங்களுக்கு ஒரு மணி ஏர்னிங் கன்சல்டன்சி மாதிரி ஒரு மணி ஏர்னிங்க்கும் அதுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்கோப் இருக்கும்.
விஜயலட்சுமி மேம் ஹேண்ட் ரைஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, பேசுங்க மேம்.
Sir, very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Sir, while attending my refresher course and all in Coimbatore Bardar University, some of your staff members have attended the course, sir. And that time they have told that you are encouraging and supporting them in various ways for developing each and every staff members by providing various assignments, tasks, etc. So in our college, there is vague idea about how to develop each and every staff member, because by means of developing each and every staff members, it is also supporting our accreditation also, sir. So in what respect, in what angle you are supporting the staff members to develop themselves each and every by individually?
Madam, I couldn't understand what you are meaning by developing assignments.
Each and every staff members by means of doing so many activities. Enna sonanga appadina, while entering into the ANJAC, we didn't know anything about various activities, but after entering into the ANJAC, we are doing so many activities. We got this document, that document, we are doing that activity. But so many things they are telling, sir. So we are surprised to ask that things from the ANJAC members, but also we feel that we are not doing anything like that. So in what aspect we can develop ourselves individually? Also it will help us for accreditation also, you know, sir.
Yes, Dr. Pongodi is taking all type of measures. Already Dr. Pongodi visited our institution, interacted with us, and he is implementing one by one. All of a sudden, she cannot introduce everything into Kamaraj College. You cannot make Kamaraj College into ANJAC overnight. It is there. ANJAC is doing a lot of work, and the IQAC is having a lot of coordination. It is having control over all departments. This will happen in slope space. We have a lot of associations, students associations, a lot of clubs and forums, NSS program. A lot of activities are going on, and IQAC is monitoring. Every year we are asking what is your program for the year. At the beginning, we are asking them to give a chart. What is your aim? And at the end of the year, we are asking how much you have done. This is what we are asking every clubs and forum and every department also. டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டுக்குன்னு ஒரு அக்ரெடிடேஷனுக்கு ஒரு தனியாக ஒரு இது வச்சுருக்கோம். எவ்ரி இயர் சப்மிட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் அவங்க லீவுக்கே போக முடியும். அதில் எல்லா ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ், எத்தனை ஒர்க் ஷாப்பு, எத்தனை செமினாரு. இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம் இப்போ நீங்கள் கேட்குறதுல எனக்கு சொல்லக்கூடியது என்னென்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இந்த சிஇ கிராண்டு, அட்டானமி கிராண்டு, இன்னும் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கிராண்டில் இயர் பிகினிங்லே ஃபஸ்ட்டு டே ஆஃப் கவுன்சில் மீட்டிங்கில் இந்த ஃபண்ட்ஸை வச்சு ஒவ்வொரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டும் எத்தனை ஆக்டிவிட்டி பண்ணலான்னு அந்த ஃபண்ட்ஸை அலோகேட் பண்ணிடுவோம். அப்போ தெர் இஸ் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் ப்ரெஷர் ஆன் த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் அண்ட் ஸ்டாஃப் டு கண்டக்ட் ஆல் தீஸ் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ். இதுதான் நீங்கள் நிறையா பண்ணுறதுக்கான சான்ஸ். நீங்கள் இயர் பிகினிங்கில் எத்தனை ஆக்டிவிட்டி பண்ணணும், எத்தனை எக்ஸ்டென்ஷன் ஆக்டிவிட்டி பண்ணுறது, எத்தனை செமினார் ஒர்க் ஷாப்பு, இன்றைக்கி மேண்டேட்ரியாக ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் ஜுவாலஜிக்கு இன்றைக்கி ஒரு கெஸ்ட் லெக்சர் வைக்கணும்னு நீங்கள் பிகினிங்கில் பிளான் பண்ணி ஒரு ஃபண்ட் அலோகேட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் தேர் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி டு கம்ப்ளீட் த டாஸ்க். இதுதான் நீங்கள் நிறைய ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கான ஒரே வழி.
Thank you, sir.
பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் வேறு யாரும் கொஸ்டின் இருந்தால் ரைஸ் பண்ணுங்கள்.
No questions?
அந்த இனிஷியல் இந்த டுடே வந்து கொஞ்சம் அந்த பிகினிங்கில் கொஞ்சம் ப்ராப்ளம் இருந்ததுனால கொஞ்சம் டைம் எடுத்துருச்சுன்னு நினைக்கிறோம். நம்ம ஒரு 20-25 மினிட்ஸ் லேட்டு. அதனால் நாளைக்கு கரெக்டாக 10:45க்கு எல்லாரையும் ஜாயின் பண்ண சொல்லுவோம். 1 hour 15 minutesக்குள்ளே ஒரு கிரிட்டேரியன் மட்டும்தான், அதனால் முடிச்சிடலான்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இட் இஸ் அ ட்ரை ஏரியா 2, அதனால் ரொம்பவும் அவங்கள போட்டு கஷ்டப்படுத்த முடியாதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் வர வேண்டாம் அப்படிங்கிறதுனால தான் நாங்கள் வந்து கொஞ்சம் இதில் நிறைய அந்தந்த ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட்டாக யார் எதில் இருக்கிறாங்களோ அவங்கள ஒரு 2-3 பேரை பேச சொல்கிறோம். ஒரே ஆள் பேசிகிட்டு இருந்தால் ஒரு போரிங் ஆகிடக்கூடாது அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக நாளைக்கு வந்து 1 to 1.5 hours முன்னாலே முடிச்சிடலான்னு நினைக்கிறேன். 10:45க்கு நம்ம எல்லாரும் அசம்பிள் ஆகலான்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
எஸ் சார்.
ஃபார்மல் இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன் இருந்தனால கொஞ்சம் டிலே ஆயிருக்கும்.
இது அன்னைக்கு கொஞ்சம் கனெக்ஷன்ஸ்லையும் ப்ராப்ளம் இருந்தது. நாளைக்கு கரெக்டாக ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம் மேடம்.
Participants feedback link is provided in the chat box. I think this will be available for 30 minutes. So try to fill the feedback without delay. Now I invite Jinduja, Assistant IQAC Coordinator, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Ma'am, is it audible, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Good afternoon all. On behalf of Comrade College and entire fraternity of management, first of all, I would like to give my heartiest gratitude and thanks to Dr. C. Ashok, the principal of Ayanada Janagi Ammal College, Sivagasi. Then I extend my heartfelt thanks to our principal, Dr. G. Nagarajan, for the motivation and the support he provides to us for the conduct of this FDP. Our heartfelt thanks to our director, Dr. A.M. Tony Melvin, for his enthusiastic support. Next, I would like to thank Professor R. Jahanathan, the coordinator of IQC, Anja, for his ideas and NAAC aggregation. Then I would like to thank Dr. R. Lawrence, executive member of IQC, Anja, sharing his idea and preparing and uploading the content of college website and NAAC for the NAAC. Then Dr. N. Sendil Kumar, the assistant coordinator of IQC of Anja, the Criterion in charge of curriculum aspect. Then I would like to thank Dr. B. Sundaresan, the executive member of IQC Anja, support on feedback system. I convey my heartiest thanks to our beloved IQC coordinator, Dr. J. Punguri, for providing me the opportunity to organize this FDP. Thank you, ma'am, for the great effort and the moral support. And I would thank the crew members for providing an excellent technical facility throughout this completion of this FDP. Finally, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to all the participants of this FDP who made this event successfully. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Sindhuja. Dear participants, tomorrow morning, please be available at 10:45 a.m. There is no delay. Tomorrow we will meet.
Okay, madam. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was